I'm so glad to have you all here today, together in your own homes and in your own spaces today. Even though we can't be together in person, it is so important that for our annual assemblies we come together. So today is 2 assemblies in 1. Over the last month or so, many of you have been engaged in service projects, some of them together with your classmates, some of them with your families, some of them on your own. And today we're going to celebrate all those different projects that you've been doing, because here at Atrium, service to community, service to others is such an important part of how we live. And then the other thing that we're going to do today in our hybrid assembly is do parts of our famous Spring Sing. It would not be spring, it would not be Atrium unless we had Spring Sing. So today we're going to do Branch of May, and we are going to sing the Garden Song, some of our classic favorites. You've got a program. If everyone can put your hands on your program that we sent out in advance. Maybe you printed it out, maybe it's on your screen, but the lyrics to these songs are there, and we will sing them all together. So I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that Sally and Susie are here, and let's carry on.
And the best part of the day. But when I come back home again, I will bring you a branch of May. A branch of May I bring to you, and at your door I stand. It's nothing but a sprout, but a twirl, brought it out by the work of nature's hand. My song is done, I must be gone. No longer can I stay. So bless you all, both great and small, and send you a joyful May.
For 2 months now, we've been teaching and learning and being a community. We've been Atrium From Afar. And one of the most important things that we've been doing, even in this time where we have our own needs, even in this time where we can't go to all the places that we love to go, we've been serving others. Many of you have figured out ways to serve others. So I want to share with you some of the highlights of some of the ways we've been serving others. And then after I share these with you, you're going to see a slideshow of all the different things we've been doing. So, one of the things that have been happening, and this has happened before at Atrium, we've had painted love rocks. And these messages have been painted on the rocks and then placed at businesses around our homes, in our neighborhoods, businesses that have been really important to sustaining us. We've also been saying thank you in a lot of ways. The PTA sent a thank you to all faculty and staff. We've been sending sunflowers to families for you to plant. We've been sending notes to faculty and staff with inspiring quotations in them. A lot of thank yous that have been going around these days. There's also been a lot of art being made. People have been making cheerful yard signs, window displays, and those have been shared. And every time we see these things, we just get a little bit of a lift. We get a little bit of gas in our tank. Many people have been making masks. And masks are so important. We now all have to wear them. I've got a mask on right now that a friend made. For 20 years, she built up all her different old pieces of quilt fabric, and now she has something to do with them. So we have masks. Thank you to all of you who have made masks. We've been sharing stories and music. Students have been making videos of themselves reading stories and singing songs, and those are going to be sent very soon to our partners at Stepping Stones, the child care center that we work with. We've also been sending love, dozens of cards and word search games to hardworking nursing home staff and isolated residents at Brigham House, right up the street. So again, some of the relationships we had before, we still have just at a distance. Now, we also have a whole school thank you that's going on. Through an app called Kudo Board, we've created a shared expression of gratitude to all the frontline workers that are providing the essential services that we rely on. Fire and police personnel, doctors, nurses, hospital staff. It's important that we thank them because they have been taking a really heavy load lately to keep our society safe and to take care of everybody. So there's still time to participate in this. After this assembly, you'll get an email with a link to the Kudo board. It's very easy to do. You can read some of what's already there, and then you can be inspired with your own words. And then this Kudo board will be closed on Sunday, May 17th, and we will send it off to people who will be inspired and thanked for the work that they are doing and the work that they have done. And for many of them, the work that they're going to continue to do to keep us safe and together during this time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Now for the slideshow.
Some warm them from below.
these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down.
Inch by inch, row by row, I've always loved the garden song, and this year those words are particularly important and meaningful. Because planting a garden, being inch by inch, row by row, it's all about patience, but knowing that good things will come. Just like this situation right now, day by day, week by week, we're getting closer to the time where we'll get to see each other again, and that's going to be so worth it. Before we close out today's assembly, I just want to thank some people. I want to thank Audrey and Christine for leading the music today. I want to thank all of our student musicians who prepared music in advance and recorded it for today. That's been amazing. I want to thank Katie and Renee for putting the assembly together and planning it. And I want to thank Allie for being the master of technology and turning all these different pieces into a continuous film for us today. As a last thought, I know many of you have planted your sunflower seeds that we sent to you a few weeks ago. If you have planted them after this assembly, go check them out, see how they're doing, see if they've popped up already. Some of you planted them outside, some of you have planted them inside in seed pots. You're already starting to send me pictures, which I love. And if you haven't planted them yet, sort through the mail, find out where you put them, maybe get them in the ground this weekend. Saturday is supposed to be amazing. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the community service and Spring Sing Assembly, and we'll see you next week.
Swallowtail Jig.